Jumping in today. Again, I am Angela, the diligent woman, and I think I forgot to introduce myself on the last 5 lives that I've done in the last few days. Oh, until I'm out of habit for that. Um, we are going through this month in the vein that we are focusing on Jesus this month, right? The whole Christian world is focusing on him. And so we are doing a scripture writing plan together that looks at Jesus Christ yesterday, today, and forever, how he is the same, and drawing comfort from that and finding our strength in that and building our faith and connecting those dots to his birth story as well as his death and his resurrection, which all comes about in our resurrection story, right? So, okay, we're going to get to it. I'm going to try not to, again, I don't intend this to be a long, drawn out study. I want you to be encouraged by the scriptures and for you to take the time to meditate on them. Kind of just parse through them. You can, again, find the plan on the main page. If you go to thediligentwoman.com, you can search for, if you just searched for, probably if you searched for yesterday, that would be the simplest way because there's not going to be a lot of posts that come with that. And it'll bring up all of the posts related to this, plus including the one hub post where I'm putting all of these videos as I make them. So they're here individually, but then there'll be one post that's going to gather them all together. Okay. Like harking back to a good old roundup post that we used to have for blogs all the time, right? Okay. So today is day 3 on our plan. And we started in Hebrews 13:8, which establishes that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Yesterday, we looked at John 1:1-3, and established that Jesus is the Word. The Word was in the beginning, was with God, and it was God. And today, building on those ideas, continuing the thought, we're trying to add more context within our theme, establishing our theme through Scripture, and giving ourselves some good cross references back and forth to build a conversation on the topic. So today we are still in John chapter 1, but we are reading verses 9-11. Let's see what we learn about Jesus Christ today. There was the true light, which, coming into the world, enlightens every man. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and those who were his own did not receive him. So now we've added to the Word that came and all things being created through the Word. Now we have that Jesus is the light who came, because again, someone coming into the world, and his light enlightens every man. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. Okay? That's kind of a sad statement, don't you think? Think about yourself if you're a parent. Well, this even works if you're a child. What if you come, but the people who are supposed to belong to you don't recognize you? They don't own you. They don't claim you as being theirs. Wouldn't that just be incredibly frustrating, devastating, lonely, right? So the world who Jesus made, all things are created, all things are blessed because of him. He comes into the world, but the world did not know him. Verse 11 again, it says he came to his own, and those who were his own did not receive him. And that's the idea of possession. He came to the things that he made. So again, we go back to that idea of the potter and the clay. The potter comes, the clay does not recognize him. The vase that's made, whatever is made from the clay does not recognize its maker. This is a constant refrain in the Old Testament in regards to the nation of Israel, that they failed to remember who their maker was. Instead, they decided to tell the maker what was their business. And they didn't listen, and they didn't obey, and they didn't revere the Creator. So this is the true light. So Jesus Christ is the same. He's the same Word that came in the beginning and created all things. He is the same light that enlightens all of us. The same. The one you're encountering today is the same. Same one that did that with Abraham, that did that with Samuel, that did that with David, did that with Hannah, did that with all of those people that you think of throughout the scriptures who are people you look to and see God's light shining from them because they are faithful and they point back to Him. They encountered and were enlightened by the same Jesus that you are enlightened by. That's huge. He's constant. You can trust in Him. You can have your faith in Him, and you can trust the plan that He is in the position to bring about. God positioned Jesus to be that sacrifice, to bring about something for us so that our eternity was set with Him rather than separated from Him. That's pretty cool. I did not today do cross references for that, but I would suggest if you wanted to do cross references, again, you could go into an app, click on the verse, the Blue Letter Bible app or something similar. Olive Tree does the same thing. Click on the app and click cross references, and it'll give you a sampling of things that's never complete. If you opened up a concordance and looked for one of the words in this verse, you would have a much more thorough list of cross references to work your way through, because the apps are a type of translation as well as commentary. So they kind of choose which verses they think go the best with that in the cross reference. It's not just a straight line cross reference based on the words. But you could look in your app for phrases, true light, see if that phrase specifically comes up elsewhere. You could look for in the world and see what other instances that phrase is used for. Is there significance to that? Who was it attributed to? You could also look up those who were His own, did not receive Him. See if that's a quote from somewhere, a similar quote, similar idea. Isaiah 53 touches on that idea. That He wasn't accepted. See what you can find. Take this and branch it out further. It's in a context here in John chapter 1 where this author is making a point. But the author's point in this book is all within the context of God's great story. So it goes further than even as this one author pointed out. So take that. Grow with that. And that little one that came and for us was a precious baby that grew into this human who did these wonderful things for us. We have to remember that He was God and He was God first. And before He was God, He did amazing things. And then even as a baby, as an infant, He carried all of that experience, all of that knowledge, all of that input that He had put with Him while He went through that season of growth and learning obedience as a child in human form. Whole nother layer of stuff that He went through for us. So He is the light, He is the Word, and He is confident. So I hope that you will find that encouraging. I do intend to come back this evening after Bible class, Lord willing. I am not a frozen popsicle. Time we get home from Bible class. Cold outside. And I will come back and we will do our phase 3 of our challenge about surviving the holidays with grace, or cultivating grace during the holiday season. And we're going to talk about that and using prayer as our tool to help us do that. But I will come back and do that later this evening, Lord willing. So if we're still going to be up, I'm in the Eastern time zone. It'll be after 9 o'clock when I get back to do that, probably. If you're still up and you want to participate in that conversation, come find me. See you then.